It's been a while since we shared a tour of the backyard, a few years, and we've made some updates, and we are so excited to take you through the tour. Yeah. Syd's excited too. My favorite part is probably the garden. We've made some updates there, and they're so beautiful, and we love using the garden. And
mine is the pizza and grill area.
All right, well, why don't you take us away?
Okay, let's go check it out. Been working on my pizza game a lot. So here's my setup. It's my new pizza oven, and it's attached to gas. So it keeps it really nice, consistently hot. Biggest thing is like keeping the pizza stone hot, make sure that your crust is not soggy on the bottom. I've been in charge of making sure that the crust quality, the pizza is good. Shay's been trying out tons of different toppings, but we've been spending a lot of time cooking outside this summer. It's been super fun. This puppy is good for cranking out a bunch of pizzas back to back. So we have been doing that a lot. But the pizzas that we've done that I really like, we had one called the Green Goddess, which was good. Shay, just yell things. What else did we try on there?
Your favorite's a hot honey.
Yeah, the hot honey, the serrano peppers. It was spicy. It had a really good flavor to it.
Sausage and mushroom.
Oh, sausage and mushroom. That was amazing. And the pizza sandwich thing is cool. So making a smaller pizza dough and just fold it over with some olive oil, put it in there, and then you can stuff it full of things like fresh mozzarella, basil, tomato, and it's like a little pizza dough sandwich. That's probably been some of our favorites that we've cooked so far. And then I love my grill.
This is our very favorite way to spend a Sunday afternoon. Oh yeah!
It's huge. I can get a lot of stuff going on here at one time. It was fun to have Marco over and learn how to like do steaks. I feel confident throwing steaks on and cooking other stuff at the same time. Dude, cooking meat makes me so happy, man. I'm so happy. I'm just like, that looks so good. Holy frick, dude,
Killer?
That's so good.
Killer.
Shay always loves like a grilled corn and a bunch of other veggies. So I definitely use like the whole thing. And down below, I just kind of keep all the stuff to keep it clean. The grill scraper, the lighter, all the stuff. And we extended the barbecue on this side, replaced just the wood over here with actually multiple shelves. Makes it really nice when we're cooking. I can keep like the pizza, what is that called? The pizza peel, yeah. The pizza peel, the thing you slide in, take your pizza out on. I can put that down here. The other stuff that I'm cooking with or using, it's really nice to have the shelves, and extended it to have space to put the whole oven on here. Used to have a smoker over here. Shay had me relocate it too, around the corner, so that it wasn't messing up the beautiful view to the garden. Do you want to talk about the garden, Ben?
Our garden is not only my favorite spot in our backyard, but it might be one of my favorite spots in our entire home. When we first designed the plans for our home, I wanted to make sure I could fit in raised garden beds. I had never gardened before, but I wanted to figure it out. And 5 years later, I can't believe it's been 5 years since we moved into our home. We have learned so much through the process of growing a garden year after year. And we have so many beautiful things that are thriving, which I am so proud about. But if you look really closely, there might be some things that aren't doing quite as well. This year, Nicole Burke from the Gardenery, she came and helped me plan out the planting plan for our garden. I always space things out a little bit more, and I loved how full her gardens looked. And so she taught me about planting things closer together and kind of ignoring the recommendation on the labels to just kind of pack things in and they will thrive. And it has.
So I would say that the biggest surprise is, it's no surprise that I love it, but I'm surprised by how much we can pack in.
Yeah, I know.
So many plants. I'm like, how are we gonna keep up with like eating all the things that the garden produces? Like, I'm gonna have to
have more parties.
Have more parties, I guess, right?
Everybody's gonna be like, oh, here comes Shay again with her kale.
Yep. Oh, another cucumber, huh? Yep.
Most people, what they tell me is it's actually a lot easier to tend when it's this full, which seems counterintuitive, right?
Yeah, tell me why.
Well, kind of that whole thing I learned by going to Big Bend, like plants really like being close to other plants. The tending you do past the first few weeks when you're watering, the tending is either pruning or harvesting. Like those are really the only two. You're not weeding, you're not fertilizing, you're not pesticiding. You're just either pruning or you're eating from it.
The highlights for me are the trellises, for sure. That's like my favorite thing that we added to the garden. We did two, one on each end, and we have tomatoes and cucumbers growing on those. And then the other highlight for me is just making sure that I do a border of flowers like marigolds and zinnias, and then also herbs in the mix, so that you get this beautiful trailing border over the edges of the beds. So here I have those borders. We've got tomatoes, we have carrots and celery, and then I have a lot of basil. I have learned that I use the herbs the most out of anything. Our kitchen and our grill are right here, and so I come back and forth and trim probably almost every day to cook with herbs. Even if that's I'm making a pesto or a sandwich sauce, it just goes a long way to have fresh herbs. So we did 4 veggie and herb beds on the corners of the garden, and then we did flower beds in the middle. And so I have these beautiful roses and cosmos and dahlias and hollyhocks, and I will clip and you'll get this nice rise and fall as things grow, and then things get cut shorter, and it's just really, really pretty to see kind of how wild everything is. And that came from the planting plan of planting everything pretty close together and doing a mix. My yard in general is more formal with a lot of structured lines and rows, and then it was nice to kind of take a more organic approach to how we laid everything out here. These 2 beds have the exact same planting plan as what's happening over here, but this gets a little bit more shade, and I think that the water was working better over here or something, and so it's really thriving. And I've got some tomatoes growing, and we've been tacking those up. This is celery, which looks like it's doing pretty well. The parsley is loving it, and then this spaghetti squash over here is so happy. It has already reached our fence. We have 4 of those plants around the edge of the garden, and I cannot wait to use them for dinner. My beds are really doing well, but then there are a few things that just seem like they're just dying for more water. We have had a very, very hot summer. So today we've been filming in over 100-degree heat, and I have a couple of things that are not liking that. Some things like the tomatoes and the squashes are very happy, but then like my Thai basil is just like, it's so sad right now. I need to get out here in the morning and hand water it because we have the sprinklers going, but I think that they just need some extra love right now. I used to keep my garden tools in our mudroom, but I realized that it was a better place to have them in the pool house. So that's actually the only thing that has changed about the pool house. I just changed up the drawers and what I store in them so that I have easy access and use this ledge here as a little potting station. The rest of the yard, I've made some updates to the furniture. You know, I can't help it. I have changed out some of our outdoor furniture and our textiles to some of our newer collections, so I'll walk you over there. I changed out the furniture on our backyard patio for our new Haviland collection. It launched last year and it's quickly become my favorite with the braided trim, and I love this shape of the arm. And so I didn't just do it in one place, I actually did it on our back patio and then around our fire pit as well. Before I had mixing and matching collections, but I went all in on the Haviland with the lounge seating, and then I mixed in our Eloin collection on our dining table. I also added our Haviland stripe ottoman. I love green, and I love that you're getting this punch of pattern that just feels fun, and it's a nice addition to this arrangement here. I had the coffee table already. It's just a good go with everything coffee table, and then I swap my outdoor pillows out seasonally because I love the change of pattern and color through the years. Are you doing that?
I just want to make sure I have fresh breath on the camera.
Just trying to stay loose, you know?
Last time we did a tour, we had just put in the pool, which is a highlight for our whole family. But we've made one big change to the backyard, and that is the landscaping behind the pool. Over the years, we've added, trees, planted some trees for me for Mother's Day, and when we put in the pool, we started to have drainage of water happening from the pavers, and they were drowning the trees in the back. And so it was recommended to us to create a bed behind the pool so that the water would drain better. So we took out all the grass, and it's honestly been the best thing visually to be able to fill in that space. It's a weird shape. It's kind of a pie shape. And so we created one huge bed and then did kind of a curved edge on one side, lined the entire bed with boxwoods, and then we put trees across the back, which has been so nice to add that green, but also give us privacy. And it feels like an oasis back here with those tall trees. And then we layered limelight hydrangeas and roses and boxwoods, butterfly bushes, calamint, lavender, bunny grasses, so many things. And over the summer and on through the next year, I know it's just gonna get fuller and fuller. It was so fun to open up our backyard again and share the updated tour. We spend so much time back here, and if you've seen us on Instagram, any given weekend we are grilling, we're doing pizza, we're swimming in the pool, and it was fun to take you along back here.
So let us know what your favorite part of the backyard is, and
Don't forget to subscribe.
just subscribe,